Some of y'all's theories in my comments recently have been quite a lot for me to dig through. So the one that I'm on right now has a lot to do with the moon. I don't believe that we ever landed on the moon personally. I don't see how we had that technology and then lost it. That just doesn't really make sense to me. And also, have you seen the things that we've landed on the moon with, supposedly? Yeah, there's no way that that space garbage actually made it all the way to the moon and back. That's neither here nor there. What we're going to talk about right now is the whole plasma theory as well as moon mapping. I thought that moon mapping was just some celestial being in the sky and trying to show us that there's more land beyond the ice wall or something. I thought that it was just something else, right? It turns out that the moon map theory is actually a theory that the Earth itself is reflected, and that's what we see as the moon. So it's reflected basically onto the firmament or onto whatever you believe is up in the sky, right? That's something that is a rabbit hole I'm going to go down to see if it even makes sense to my brain, because just that alone, I'm a little bit skeptical. But the moon plasma theory is something I can get behind. This theory says that the moon is made out of plasma, and that is why it takes on the color of the sky behind it. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but during the day, the moon looks almost like a bluey hue, and it doesn't really look white like the moon when it's out during the day, which also doesn't make sense. But it turns out there was actually an interview from a scientist who was claiming that the moon is made from plasma, and of course that video cannot be found anywhere. So when things are censored and taken down in that regard, I start to question, just because why would they take it down if it wasn't true? But if there's any other weird moon theories I should be looking into, please let me know down below.
Hey, TikTok. What's up, guys? I want to talk about the moon map theory. I came across some content by a creator that goes by the alias Sturgios. His account was banned and censored like a lot of us, and he had to make a second one. He goes by Vibes of the Cosmos, and he has a lot of interesting information that, although it is a theory, I thought it was too interesting and too many connected coincidences not to look into it further. Shall we? So the story goes, our moon that we see, that we know isn't physical, is a plasma phenomenon that is an inverted map of our own world, both known and unknown. Now what's this Terra Vista? We might have to go into that next. So wait, how many people have figured out that the Prague astronomical clock is literally confirming the moon map theory by Vibe of the Cosmos on YouTube? Dude, you gotta check it out. Known land, which is where our constant, this clock is still accurate today, constructed in 1411. Perfectly, guys, known land, where we are, unknown land, beyond Antarctica. Guys, what's going on? Hey, TikTok. Guys, hear me out, seriously, okay? I'm not sure if you're aware, but an age period or an epoch is every roughly 2,160 years, okay? We get a pole shift, right? We're always told, oh, the poles are shifting, the north and the south. There's always truth, right? Partial truth in plain sight. So the pole can shift. We don't have two. There aren't poles. It's a center pole, not a north or a south pole. You understand? Now, hear me out. We all have seen the moon map, the Terra Infinita. What if the pole is shifting, okay? It makes 4 shifts, right? And that the sun and the moon, obviously magnetically, quantumly locked, whatever you want to call them, to the ley lines of Earth, their paths change with the pole shift or the epoch, correct? As it does that, the sun moves. So now this that was once land begins to freeze over. And then now new land that was once frozen or, begins to thaw. We start discovering new things, like, wow, we're finding all these hieroglyphs under the water, like weird, like sound familiar. Now, not just that. If you read, it says the four quarters of the world. What are we constantly hearing in different religious texts, okay, the Bible? The four corners of the world. What if it isn't the corners of the world, but the four quarters of the world? Because the pole shifts to a different quarter cent. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm saying is, what if climate change is real? Because we all know that the climate changes due to whatever Earth does. So again, climate change is real, just not in the way they're telling us. The carbon emissions, they're trying to eliminate the carbon. What are we? We are carbon life. Maybe the actual climate change is due to real things, but the carbon elimination has more to do with us. Maybe we're the carbon footprint they're trying to erase.